What's going on, everybody? What is going on? I hope everybody is doing well. Let's see, can you guys see me? All right, perfect. Perfect. So, as a few of you guys know, that I have taken up watch building. I've taken up watch building, and one of the most frustrating parts of what I do as a watch builder is having to start over. It's crazy because it's a beautiful process of building building the watch, but it's frustrating when you don't necessarily get it right the first time. And that's something that I've dealt with for a while, of not getting things right the first time, because um I learned about perfectionism. I learned about perfectionism. I learned about all my life, I guess I have been focused on perfectionism, from being a child prodigy to working for the U.S. Navy, to becoming a lawyer. There was so much in my life where I felt I had to be perfect. And once I started divorcing myself of that, I started to experience life. I started to really experience life. I started to enjoy the experience of learning. I love learning, but to really get into when things challenge you. And one of the things that challenged me is literally building these watches. Um, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for me because the parts are so small. The parts are so small. Like, look at this, right? Look at this. Here's a quarter. Here's the movement that I'm working on. Right? Here's the movement that I'm working on. It's smaller. It's smaller than a quarter. It's smaller than a quarter. And you can do things the easy way. You can do things the hard way. You can do things the quick way. You can do things the right way. And I'm learning throughout this process that it is better just to go ahead and do things the right way or thorough way than it is to do the thing that seems like it's the easiest at the moment, but really costs you in the long run if you get it right. So when you do things the easy way, usually you have to get it right. Otherwise, if you don't get it right, then there's a whole bunch more work that you have to do as a result because you messed it up. So one of the things that I was looking at was this right here. And I had the hands for this thing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but oof, that's just how small this stuff is. That's how small it is. Like, let me do it like this. You see that? That's a hand on the watch. That's how small it is. Well, I'm right now. I have to change the stem. This part right here. I have to change this part. I have to change this out. And I was like, okay, well, I can do it like this, and I could do it with the hands on it and all that. But I risk messing up these little hands by doing it because I'd have to turn it over and I have to press on a little lever that's right here. Well, that requires for this face to be down with the hands on it, and I risk messing it up, right? But I could do it, but I'd end up bending the hands. I'd end up doing things if I'm not careful. And because I'm dealing with stuff that's so small, it's easy to mess these things up. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it the challenging way. I'm gonna do it the challenging way, which is the right way. And so many of us, I realize, are afraid of starting over because it took us so long to get to the position where we're at now. And we think that the next time is going to be like the last time. And that keeps us in a state of where we don't want to experiment, where we don't want to keep learning. We want to get it done. And that right there is the danger. That right there is the danger. That we should be married to the process, not the outcome. Not the outcome. Because if I get the process right, the outcome will come. But if I'm only focused on the outcome, I don't see all the places in the process that I can and should actually get it right. Oh, see, this got to go in there. See? You learn a little something each time that you do this. You learn a little something each time. You just get this stuff in there. Get it in there. Get it in there. It's literally what's got to be done. Let's see, does it go this way? Oh, I think it does go that way. See, these movements are a little different than what these movements are a little different than what I am used to. Let's see if it'll let me zoom in. Maybe not. But yeah, basically, you got to be married to the process. Married to the process, not the outcome. Because if you do, you'll miss all the great learning that separates those who are good from those who are great. Like, everybody wants a nice watch. Nobody wants to spend the time building this bad boy. Going through the pains of getting it built. Who wants to go through that? I do. I want to go through that. So yeah, like I said, I'm over here building this bad boy. And it just forces me to learn more about myself. Learn more about myself. And my entire process. There we go. Yep. There we go. Now, some of you may be wondering, like, well, what's the issue? What's the issue? The issue is the last time that I did this, I broke. I broke the stem. There we go. I broke the stem. Yeah, I broke the stem. I'm not gonna be breaking those stems. Not this time. The interesting part is that you don't know how much to cut. You don't know how much to cut. Yeah, you don't know how much to cut. Usually on the other stems, on the larger movements, the stem pokes out a little bit more. And this one, it seems like I'm going to have to... nope, I won't have to do any guesswork. I just need to measure. I won't necessarily be able to mark the way that I normally mark. I'll just have to measure. So I got my good old calipers. So anywhere between 1.5 and 2.1 millimeters, which is good to know. So now let me go ahead and okay. That's the reason why I normally didn't do that. Okay, see, you learn something each time. Oh, wait, I don't have to worry about that. I can pull this out. There we go. Thank you. See? Don't worry. Don't panic. Just take your time. Don't rush anything. It's the thing that you learn, that I learn about these watches, man, is like, it's crazy that you would have to tell yourself to be patient with something that tracks time, as if that isn't already obvious. But something that you have to remind yourself of. Okay, let me do it like this. All right. Okay, let's do it like this. Come on. There we go. All right. That is out. All right. So I don't want to mess up the little spindle. Let me do it like this. Push in right. Huh? All right. And let me. This is a pain. It is definitely a pain. Definitely a pain. Come on.